Hey guys, it's Rachel and welcome back to my channel. I apologize, the tree people from across the street just got here. Okay, today what we're gonna be doing is August purchases, how I spent my money in August, and some revelations that I ended up coming up with. If you like this eye look, I will have a tutorial coming on it soon with my 3 Looks 1 palette with the Warrior by Juvia's Place. I'm gonna be doing this a get ready with me style since I bought quite a few things. I didn't, not enough for a full face, like the whole thing, but mostly you'll see most of it going on my face. So if you want to know how I got this look, what I purchased this month, stick around and find out. Again, sorry about the lawn equipment. So the first thing I ended up buying was actually a service, I guess you could call it. I ended up getting my eyebrows tinted. I have a it's not a love-hate relationship with my eyebrows. It's a hate-hate relationship with my eyebrows. I can't stand my eyebrows. So you can see this part of the front of my eyebrow is really sparse and you can't really tell. Like it looks like it starts here. And this part lays flat and this part stays up and they're not even, and I needed to get them waxed because they get out of control. So I asked her to tint them at the same time, and I love them. I love them so much. I'm so glad that I did that. They make them look thicker. I'm gonna have to wait until next month to buy a brow product. So the only thing, I have a couple of pomades that might match my shade, but I don't really like them. And I'm almost out of my brow pencil and it doesn't match me anymore. So the only thing that I've been using lately is the Essence Make Me Brow. Until I can afford with my next month's budget to buy a brow product, I'll do a pencil because I'm almost out of that pencil and it'll qualify. Then I'm just gonna have to make do with this for now. Which means I don't really like my brows at the moment with a full face, but that's okay. There are worse things in life, I think, than not liking your eyebrows. Also needed a new moisturizer. I ran out of the one that I was using at the time, and if you've seen some of my empties videos, I talked about the Belif True Cream Moisturizing Balm. It's a balm, like balm. I said that wrong. I had a tester of this and I loved it. So we were in the city for our last date night before this baby comes, and I said there are a few things I needed Sephora. We're just gonna go in person, and they had 2 sizes of this. This was in the section in front of the register where you have the trial size stuff. That's where I found this. So this is the smaller size. It's 0.84 fluid ounces. I wanted the smaller jar instead of the really large tub because I didn't know how my skin was gonna react to this. I love this moisturizer. But if you have sensitive skin, I have to tell you that this has essential oils and fragrance in it. And if that kind of doesn't work well with your skin, you may not like this. You can see I have a pimple. I had 2 pimples since I started this, but I don't know. I'm going to continue to use it just in case. I will tell you, since using that toner I bought a while ago, my pimples have been very manageable. It looks like there's only this much in it, but actually the product is filled all the way up to the top here. So you get a lot more than it looks like you're getting. And I don't need a lot. And this is overdoing it for me. And I'll put some on my neck as well, because it goes a very long way. It does kind of have a lemongrass scent to it. I don't really know what essential oils are actually in here. This is gonna last me a really long time because I don't use that much of it. This was $22, by the way. Somebody with very dry skin, I liked this. Now, I will tell you that normally I will use this in conjunction with a toner, and I don't dry my face all the way when I put on moisturizer most of the time, except for today because I'm filming. I leave water on my face so that it does a better job. I also ended up buying the Laneige Glowy Balm and Pear. I liked this scent the most. I also like the yellow one as well. So I'm almost out of my Laneige sleep mask, and I wanted this I wasn't sure if I was going to use this for my purse or for before I go to bed. Now, I cashed in 100 points in Sephora, which I only ever do if I really, really, really want the sample. And usually I will use it on perfumes or lip products. And that's about all. So I did that. I did it for the Sugar Advanced Therapy from Fresh, the 24-hour. And I tried them both out. I decided I wanted to keep the sugar in my purse and the Laneige next to me in bed. This was $15 and this was free. I used this last night, so I'm going to use the Fresh right now. Is the Laneige the same as the overnight mask? I think it is. I think it may be a little bit more emollient, like a little more glossy, but it gives me the same results. And I have a tendency to, with lip products, they trigger my cold sores, which is disgusting. I hate that. But Laneige products don't do that. Regular chapstick or Vaseline or something like that usually triggers a cold sore for me. I know, that's weird, but it does. These two products so far have not done that, and I like them. Now, a regular size of the sugar is like $24, which I was like, oh my gosh, $24 lip balm. That is ridiculous. But there's something, and I'll talk about this more at the end of the video, that if I like it, I just budget it and I'm gonna do it. So I'm glad this was, it was just points, so I can try it out and see if I would rather, am I gonna lose it? Am I really gonna like it? Does it do what I want? This is the Moroccan oil treatment. It's the trial size here. I recently got my hair cut and colored, and I had run out of my hair oil a while ago. And now that my hair is short, I tend to style it more when it's short. And I needed something because I have my hair is very fine, but it is very dense. I have a lot of it. So it tends, and the way my hair works is that it's very poofy. So when I was at the salon, the lady at the salon actually used a hair oil on me before she styled my hair, and it wasn't the Moroccan oil, it was actually the Olaplex, and I couldn't budget for the Olaplex at that time. But they did sell Moroccan oil products, so they used both, and I decided I wanted an oil. I didn't want to pay for the whole thing, like a big thing that they sell at the salon, so I ended up getting this at Sephora. I will tell you though that this, in addition to argan oil, this does have dimethicone, which is a silicone, and I usually don't use silicones in my hair, but with an oil, I don't really see how you can get around that. The Olaplex oil also has dimethicone, but the Olaplex oil, dimethicone is the first ingredient, and that's the second one in this one. I will probably end up purchasing that at some point. She used the oil and the bonding smoother on my hair. I already have the number 3, which I use occasionally, but I really liked the way my hair turned out. So that's a possibility in the future. Now, for foundation. I didn't actually buy a foundation. Instead, what I did was I got a sample foundation that I wanted to try with you today because like I said, I went to Sephora in person. I don't live near Sephora, so if I want a sample, I have to make a special trip to go in person. And with foundation, I've kind of come to the conclusion that I would rather have a sample. I've had my eye on this for a long time, and I want to try it out today. This is the Makeup Forever HD foundation, which I know is old news, but it's not old news to me. This is the shade Y235, and I had her shade match me, so we'll see if it is going to be true to this. It is pretty liquidy. It's pretty, yeah, ooh, okay. It is pretty goopy, like pretty liquidy by all accounts. I don't really like putting my finger in these kinds of things, but it's a sample. Like, we don't really have another alternative here. And I know it looks like I'm doing a lot, but this is so thin that I'm really not picking up that much product on my finger here. Okay, that's good enough. Oh, that covers more than I thought it would with how thin the consistency is. I didn't think, I just opened it up, but I didn't think that it was gonna cover much. You can still see my acne scars underneath, but the kind of foundation that I think would cover everything like that isn't my preferred method of foundation. And I'm only using one foundation at a time at the moment. Like I have, for filming, I have one that I put on my cheeks if I'm not doing a get ready with me. But I don't have a ton of foundations just lying around. I'm a one at a time kind of girl, even without, well, maybe a few, maybe 2 or 3. Even without this no buy year that I've been doing. That's a good shade match for me. She did a good job. It's giving me pretty, I don't want to say matte. I don't want to say matte look. It's mostly matte. But I can tell that it is settling into my pores. Around here where I've got my old lady pores. At least right now it is. Let me go over this with a sponge. Oh dear. And see if that helps anything. I definitely don't think I need to set this with powder at all. It's, I would say, a medium coverage. You can tell that it's not covering this part up, and that's okay with me. It's gonna take me a long time for these scars to completely go away. I have explained in 100 videos, every video I tend to say, I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant. Well, I am currently 34 weeks. And I had horrible pregnancy acne when I very first got pregnant. And it's left scarring on my face. And I've been very limited in the skincare that I can do to fix this while you're pregnant. A lot of the things that you normally use are off the table. So this is a really good indication, if you've got anything like me, how well it covers right here. I'm gonna leave it there just so that I can test this out today. Again with my Collab concealer. So that's blending in with the foundation really well. Like, I can't even tell where the concealer starts and the foundation stops. That's a good sign. I hope this lasts all day and doesn't. I can tell that my concealer's not spreading out as easily as it normally does, but it's blending in the edges of where I normally keep my concealer. It's blending in very nicely, but it's making it tougher to spread out. I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eye concealer with the Essence Brighten Up. You can see I've hit pan on this. I have my eye on another under eye powder that old Rachel would have just bought the old powder and like not even finished this one. So I'm excited to finish this up as much as I like it so that I can buy the new one and try it out. I'm gonna go do my eye look, do my eyes, and I will be right back. Okay, so that's my eyes done. Put on some bronzer. This is my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil that you see me use in every video because it's the only bronzer that I own. I like warming up my face, plus it smells like chocolate. I think you just get bored though of using the same products every single day over and over. If you're a makeup lover like me, you want options so that you can make your own store in your own house to go shopping whenever you deem necessary. But I really do want to try more glowy bronzers. If you have any suggestions, leave them down below. I'm not going to pan this before the year is over, but when my year is over, I will need a new bronzer. For blush, I'm going to be using Becca's Songbird. I usually only tap it once. It's all I need. This formula is very powdery and very dry, I would say. For highlight today, I'm going to use my Becca Opal, since I've got a gold theme going on with the eyes. Figure it's only fitting. Gold is usually the only like color scheme that I go matchy-matchy with, where I'm like, I'll do a gold highlight with gold eyes. Yeah. Every other thing I'm like, no, it's too much. But with gold, I don't know why. I just do. Something else that I ended up getting was something that I was lacking. I did mention that I am allowing myself to purchase a few lip products because most of my lipsticks are pink and I needed to experiment. I've had my eye on this for literal years and I finally just did it. They're selling it now. This is the Too Faced Gingerbread Man Melted Matte Lipstick. I have searched high and wide and far for a rust colored liquid lipstick, anything with this shade match. I don't know why I wanted to, I just did. I wanted it so bad. Now I did end up wearing it the other day. It does dry down very, very matte. I put a gloss over it and then it spread everywhere. So this may be one of these things that I don't wear on a whole day, maybe for filming. I have this brush right here that it's a liner brush, eyeliner, but I'm gonna use it because you're gonna need to be precise with this. For sure. It gets everywhere. So I just try and get most of it that I can off the brush, and I mean most of it. You don't need a lot. It does smell like Christmas to me, which is lovely. It's absolutely perfect. I have the Gingerbread Spice palette if you've watched any of my videos, and I wanted to get this last year, but they were sold out by the time I could pay for it. So when they resold the Gingerbread Spice, they resold these, and I couldn't get my hands on the Christmas bundle that they came out with, but this one was on sale. And I like it better than Gingerbread Girl that they came out with last year. That one's too dark. This is just the perfect shade of orange and brown. It looks a lot darker in my viewfinder than it does in person. Well, the very last thing that I ended up getting, I technically ended up getting it for free. This is a pair of sunglasses from Fossil. My husband and I went, like I said, we went to the city for a date night before the baby gets here, and my husband collects watches. So he bought a watch that he buys watches to commemorate special events, and this is going to commemorate the birth of our child. And in order, like, they had a thing where if you buy 2 items, you got 30% off or something like that. So these sunglasses ended up basically being free, and I needed to buy sunglasses anyway, so we would have ended up spending more money. Anyway, these are Fossils. I love them. Oh, you can see everything. Look at all my lights. I end up buying, these are Wayfair style. I end up buying these every other time I buy sunglasses. I go back to this style all the time. And these are more expensive than I'm normally used to buying. I'm like a $5 sunglasses girl. So even though we didn't spend the money on them, they're very nice sunglasses. So one of the things that I've kind of come to the conclusion this month is that I haven't been allowing myself to buy nice things. So I've been more focused on quantity and not quality, which that makes me sad that I want a lot of stuff, but I want it to be cheap. I'm learning with my budget is I've had things on my wish list for a while, even with makeup, that I haven't allowed myself to purchase because it's expensive. And for some reason, there's something deep down inside me that feels like I don't deserve nice things. And that is so sad to say. I mean, this is just sunglasses, guys, but this is a very Rachel thing for me to do, is to say these are too expensive. I'm not good enough for, you know, very expensive sunglasses. Like, that's not who I am. Why not? I want it. Why not? So I ended up putting a wish list together on paper of things that I might want once my no buy year is over, or things that I want to replace something with that I have had on my wish list. And a lot of it are things that I don't want to buy it. It's too much money. Well, why not? You want to try it. You're just going to sit there and not try it for the rest of your life because you think it's too expensive? When you can use your budget that you've budgeted for to buy those things? Come on, Rachel. Like, seriously. So a part of this no-buy journey that I have been on this year has been finding my worth. How weird is that? Finding my worth through my spending habits. Yeah. I'm very glad that I have decided to do this in 2019. It has shown me so much about myself and how I view myself. And I think a lot of people are in the same boat of not just shopping addictions, but shopping habits. And the way that you and I shop is a reflection on how we see ourselves and how we view ourselves as people. Do you overspend? What are you compensating for? Where does your money go? Where do you put your own worth for yourself? And I am figuring out where I'm putting my own. The more you know. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. To recap, I got my eyebrows done. I got Too Faced Gingerbread Man, which I really like this shade, by the way. It's fantastic. It is very unique to my collection. I ended up getting the sunglasses, the Belif Moisture Balm, the Moroccan Oil hair treatment, the Laneige sleeping mask, and for free I got the Sugar Advanced Lip Therapy lip balm. So, oh, and I also did get my hair cut. I didn't put that in my budget. We had the extra money and I needed a trim because the last time I got a haircut, the power went out on me. I spent 4 hours in the chair getting my hair highlighted, and then she cut it, and then she was gonna put layers in it, but the power went out, the lights went out, the hair dryer went out. And I had an appointment. I couldn't just stay and let her finish. And then I had to go on vacation. So I thought, well, when my hair gets longer, I'll just go in and get it trimmed, which is what I did. I did it trimmed, I got lots of layers, and I had her tone it a little more ashy, just a little. Okay, so that was August, you guys. It was a great month, and I've been very happy with what I purchased. I already have my list for September ready to go because I know what I want. Okay, so this has been on for about 7 hours, I guess. A little more than that. So you can see it didn't last on my chin and my nose. And if I look in the mirror here, It's broken up. It kind of caked around my nose as well. Stayed everywhere else though. So I'm gonna finish out the rest of this sample before I decide whether I'm gonna buy it or not. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna wash this off. It's about 9 o'clock, which I'm gonna go to bed. All right, well, thank you guys for stopping by. I hope your summer's been great. Can't you just wait till fall? Look at my look. It looks so fall. Like the yellows and the oranges. I can't wait. I'm not a pumpkin spice girl. I don't really like pumpkin spice lattes that much, which is totally out of the norm for, you know, millennial white chick, I think, but I do like the colors and the smells. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe before you leave, and I will catch you later.